Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Kill. Watch motion.
Hey, color.
Hey, 12.
A first carry now. This is Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
On three. Motion.
Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Hey, 43.
Mike 3. Mike Abel. Combo.
15.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
20, 3, 10, come on. 3, switch. Check. Squeeze.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Check. Lucky.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Yellow. 180.
Combo. Time to go, night. 36.
Take four.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Shift.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Chiefs nothing.
Yellow. Let's go, 180.
Tighten up.
Yellow.
Check the backer. Bang.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Browns' drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 87 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Sunday.
Check 26, check 26. Switch. Watch the eye. No. Off. Check your hot read.
15. Hey, go.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check 13. Check 13. Jim. Hey, switch gears.
43. Hey, 57.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, rush coming, and he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Check out.
Attack.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Chad Hunt. 10 Tucson. Protein spill. Watch the screen. Whip. Watch the whip.
2nd and 15. going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
I'm scared. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, play slow travel, play slow travel. Exit. They're not ready for this. They still play go.
Looking to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And all the way down to the 26.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Joker, Joker.
Easy.
He's checking. Crash.
15.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Eluding the pressure right. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Check. Showing up.
He's coming. We got to
Squeeze.
This is Grant. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. On second down now, it's Grant. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Pick it up. 42's mark. Hey. Yep.
49. Check 49.
Smoke. Mike 42. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down.
Alpha. Mike 42. So we got man. Mike 42. Blue Dan. Mike's 42. Rip right. Bravo. Mike's 42.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Check. 42's the Mike. Check. 42's the Mike. Let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Yo, Trip is here, baby. Yo,
Second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Mike 3.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And some room to maneuver. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball running it, but not in that situation. I mean, I think we got an example of why NFL coaches really don't like their quarterback in the running game.
Because whether he keeps it or not, he's likely going to take a hit, isn't he?
No doubt about it. And defenses, they're looking to put that hit on a quarterback.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up third and goal. Catch made here by Campbell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Seibert's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 16-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talked about going your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Brings up second and 11 at the 15-yard line.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's our time. Mike 3. Combo. Let's
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They go back to Grant. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Grant with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Browns 34, Chiefs nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 99. Check
Attack, attack. Easy.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Mike 3. Mike 3. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Check. Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll run it with Williams. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Returnable for Grant. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way Touchdown, Cleveland. A 77-yard punt return as his guys continue to pour it on.